this episode, we're going to talk about 3 things you need to know before hiring a drone company. What's up, everybody? I'm Ryan Cowell, and this is episode 1 of the Hangar. So since this is episode 1, let me just describe to you what the Hangar is. I'm super pumped to start this video series. We're a commercial drone solutions company. We're in the industry every single day, working with the public, working with different small businesses and enterprise level companies. And we really wanted to put out some content that is relevant to the drone industry. Something that people can look at and actually know what's going on inside the drone industry. Talk about industry news, talk about events that are coming up, talk about education, which is very, very important when it comes to this industry because it is so new. So we wanted to just provide that content for you guys to show you, what's really going on. So I'm super stoked to start it. We're going to start doing, videos every week. Make sure you guys subscribe in our YouTube channel and check out the blog post on soaringsky.net. The topic of today is 3 things you must know before hiring a drone company. And this is probably one of the most important things, especially right now, because we're in between illegal drone operations and legal drone operations. Soaring Sky is a legal commercial drone company. We have our 333 exemption, and we're doing it the right way. And there's a lot of other companies out there just like us that are doing it the right way. But there's also a lot of people out there that are not licensed to do these services, and they are doing them illegally, and they're not doing it the right way. And it makes it hard for us to kind of put a good positive image on drones when that stuff is happening. So the first thing I really wanted to talk about, and the number one thing you should look for when hiring a drone company, is to make sure that they have their 333 exemption. Now, the 333 exemption is issued by the FAA. Okay, it's not an easy document to get. It's not an easy license to get, I should say. It takes anywhere from 6 months up to a year, and there's only, I think last I checked, there was about 4,500 maybe exemptions nationwide. So that kind of gives you a perspective of how small and grassroots the industry really is. But then you have thousands of other operators out there that are legal, whether they're doing the real estate aerial photography or they're using it for video production, whatever it is. You have those illegal operations which are making it tough for commercial drone operations like us and other companies to do, and be professionals in this industry. So the 333 exemption, just to explain exactly what it is, because I don't think there's a lot of people that know what it is. It basically is a license to be able to perform commercial drone operations or just drone operations for a fee. So I can now legally go fly my drone or fly our drones and get paid to provide a product to my client at the end of the day. That's what the 333 exemption allows me to do. So the first thing when trying to look for a drone company is to say, hey, are you FAA exempt, or do you hold a 333 exemption? Now, this brings up another thing that I've been seeing lately in the industry since the FAA issued a mandatory registration for all drone aircrafts. I see that there are now drone operators saying that they're FAA registered, and they're providing their register number, right? It's just an FAA number saying that their aircraft is registered. Well, uneducated people, uneducated companies that are hiring these drone operators don't know, any better. They just say, oh, FAA, that sounds about right. Okay, let me hire you. You want to make sure that the person you're hiring, the company that you're hiring, has a 333 exemption, can send that over to you, whether it's via email or just bring it to you in person. And make sure that their aircrafts have N numbers and not FAA numbers. So that's the first thing. Second thing, make sure that they specialize in the service that they are providing. As a 333 exempt company, we are authorized to provide a variety of services in various industries, whether it's aerial photography, whether it's inspections, surveying and mapping, precision agriculture. We have the authorization to provide these services using drone technology in these various industries. And another thing is just to ask for references. Ask for companies that they've worked with in the past, and see like, hey, do you have any type of samples I can see of the work you've done, whether it's aerial photography for real estate, whether it's doing some mapping for construction companies, or whatever it is. Just make sure you kind of do a background check on them, so you know what you're getting at the end, and you know that you're getting a quality product. And the third thing is liability insurance. All right, liability insurance is very, very important when hiring a drone company. You want to make sure that they have it. Reason being, if anything were to happen while the drone was flying or while they were on your site or whatever site they're on, if the drone was to fall out of the sky and hit somebody and cause damage, either to the property of the person or cause an accident in the street, you would be liable if they didn't have liability insurance. And I'll tell you right now that probably 80% of the 333 exemption holders out there don't carry liability insurance. Reason being, it's super, super expensive, especially as a drone company. Insurance companies are charging premiums right now because the industry is so new, and it's a little bit risky, and hopefully in the future it'll settle down a little bit as the industry starts to progress. But right now it's very, very expensive, but it's very, very important to make sure that that company has it. You want to ask them, when you do hire them, you want to ask them to be additionally insured on their liability insurance. And what that will do is, if they really do have liability insurance, they can get a form from their insurance company that adds you as an additional insured, and they can send you that form. So you want to make sure you get that form prior to doing any business with this company. So just to recap, you got the 333 exemption, right? You want to make sure they have that, send that documentation over to you. You want to make sure that they are good, specialized in the services that you're looking for, whether it's aerial photography, inspections, mapping, surveying, whatever. And 3, that they have liability insurance. So those three things, if you can make sure that they have that, it's probably a pretty good company. You'd be safe to move forward with them. So going forward, after every episode, we want to do a question of the day. The question of the day today is about Part 107. For those of you that are familiar with Part 107, basically it's going to allow any drone operator to go in and take a written test, to get a background check, etc., and it'll give you a drone license to be able to operate commercially. We want to know, how do you think Part 107 is going to affect the drone industry? Is it going to be positive? Is it going to be negative? What are your feelings about Part 107? If you guys want, you can use the hashtag the Hangar and tweet us on social media at Soaring Sky Media, or you can comment below. And make sure you guys comment. We're interested to hear from you. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep getting these videos. We'll be doing them every week, staying up to date on all the new industry news, content, education, so forth. And all right guys, see you next week.